What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video today. It is time that we talk about the 2024 Arizona Senate election. Because everyone, in my opinion, this is one of the most under-talked about races of next year. Sure, you hear people talk about it here and there about, oh, it's a three-way race and all of that, but you don't really have people discussing how can the Republicans win? How can Democrats win? And how could even Sinema potentially pull it off? So I want to talk about how Republicans can win the Senate race, because they absolutely can. I'm not one of those people that think there's a 0% chance of winning. But I do understand that there is a possibility of Kyrsten Sinema, or I should say Ruben Gallego, winning, or hell, even Sinema. But before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you could join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. And before I forget, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Don't worry, this is a pre-recorded video. I'm actually spending time with my family. Hope everyone else is having a great Thanksgiving, and I decided, you know what? Gotta keep the video streak going, so yeah, it's a pre-recorded video, but let's get into it, because this is a Senate race where theoretically Republicans could have an edge here. You have a progressive Democrat in Ruben Gallego running. And you have the quote-unquote independent Democrat in Kyrsten Sinema running, who has a fairly Democrat voting record. Now, I'm not one of those people that say it's 100% progressive, but to say that it's, you know, some kind of true centrist voting record, that's a cope. Kyrsten Sinema is by no means a moderate. Sure, there's some stuff here and there that she screws Dems on, but relatively speaking, she votes Democrats way more often than a true independent would. So let's just get into it. Let's get into what are Republicans trying to do to win this race. And they're being smart. Hammer Sinema. This is the way you beat the Democrats next year. Kind of ignore Ruben Gallego for a second. Hammer Sinema for her voting record. Because here's what's happening right now. Kyrsten Sinema currently is taking more votes away from Republicans than Democrats. Not that surprising, because there's a lot of these moderate McCainites in the state. And she truly is taking more away from Kari Lake than Ruben Gallego. So what the Republicans have to do, and it seems like they're doing, hammer the fact that Sinema is by no means a true moderate. Her voting record's fairly Democrat. She was a Green Party person just 10 years ago, or whatever it was, and her past record doesn't indicate anything about a independent. So let's get into it. Senate Republicans are rolling out a proactive new strategy as they try to boost the GOP's chances in Arizona next year, propping up incumbent Senator Kyrsten Sinema. NRC operatives have been fretting about polls that have shown Sinema, an independent, pulling in nearly twice as many Republican voters as Democrats in a three-way race. Which, that's true. All the polling is indicating it. That Sinema is in fact hurting Republicans. It's these McCainites. Again, why they vote like this, I don't know. But they think Sinema's a true moderate, when in reality, she isn't. So to bid to keep GOP voters behind the GOP nominee while splitting the Democratic vote, they're launching a new digital ad Monday, boosting Sinema's liberal bona fides while hammering Ruben Gallego, the likely Democrat nominee. This is smart. Why they don't do this more often, I don't know. What they should do in a lot of these elections, get a Green Party candidate, get a progressive, whatever. Hammer both of them. not just one. Attack both of them. Say, the Green Party candidate in, say, I don't know, Arkansas or whatever. He's a socialist. He is a Green Party candidate. He is gonna be a far left senator or whatever. At the same time, attack the other Democrat for similar things. And guess what? It gives Democrat voters a quote-unquote choice. And they would more likely be splitting their vote than beforehand. And funny enough, that's what the ad is called. A choice. Which paints Sinema as being firmly behind President Joe Biden and his legislative agenda. Vote with the president 100% of the time, and back in his climate initiatives in the Inflation Reduction Act. Not to mention are the multitude of headaches and setbacks she dealt to Biden as she successfully worked to trim the IRA's ambitions and preserve the Senate filibuster. Oh, congratulations! She didn't vote to nuke the filibuster. That makes her a moderate. Are you freaking kidding me? This LARP that, she supports a filibuster, that means she's not a full-blown progressive. If that's the bare minimum you gotta do, that is pathetic. Absolutely. If that's considered moderate now because you're not against the filibuster, I don't know. I don't get it. Conversely, the ad slams Gallego, whom the NRSC has nicknamed Rotten Reuben, in intensely personal terms. The spot points out that Gallego divorced his ex-wife, Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, in 2016, just a few weeks before she gives birth to their first child, then blasts him for marrying a lobbyist, Cindy Barron, several years later. The ad closes by calling him a deadbeat dad without evidence to support the claim. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but this is incredibly smart by the NRSC. And again, Republicans should do this more often. Attack both the progressive independent or whatever, but also the Democrat nominee. Attack the progressive for saying she would support some extreme abortion policy, she would support whatever, At the same time, attack the Democrat for, well, I wouldn't go this far, but something that might destroy him with independence. And in this situation, his past might. He does have a very sketch past. Gallego declined to comment on the attack, one that suggests the Republicans are intensely worried about the early strength of his candidacy in a three-way race. The attack is risky. A Marine veteran of the Iraq War, Gallego has long been forefront about his struggles with PTSD and survivor's guilt, which he blamed his memoir for his unraveling of his first marriage. That's why I'm saying this is risky, and I don't know if I support it, because one, Gallego has a sketch past, but to target him for this, I don't know if that's the way to do it. But to say, he's automatically innocent because he was a veteran, again, I'm glad he served and I'm, grateful that he did. But if he did some really messed up stuff, he should be seeking mental help. He shouldn't be a senator in the U.S. Senate. Now, I think this attack may have gone a bit too personal, which I don't know if it's the best way. But I do like the idea of going after Gallego for some of his stuff. But I don't know what to say. Now, as for the Sinema attack, that was brilliant. Hammer her for being a progressive Democrat or whatever, that she votes with the president so much of the time. And then some Democrats might be like, we're going to vote for her instead of Gallego. At the same time, these McCain Republicans would be like, wait a minute. She supports Biden 100% of the time? Never mind about that. Casting Sinema as a liberal Democrat, meanwhile, might generate chuckles here in Washington, where she's seen as a centrist spoiler. And that's my whole point. Don't listen to what DC has to say. They think Sinema's a centrist. Are you freaking kidding me? A real centrist is Susan Collins. It makes good political sense back in Arizona, where she has carefully built an aisle-crossing image, and used it to pick up support from the traditional GOP voters who have been alienated by far-right candidates like Carrie Lake. Oh, of course, far-right. Politico, it's just... I don't get it. Sinema notably has yet to even announce a 2024 run, but Republicans are preparing as if she will appear on the ballot. One strategist said the GOP's mission is straightforward. Make any three-way race into a Republican versus two Democrat battle, rather than a Democrat versus two Republicans one. Genius. This is common sense, but they're being smart about it, at least kind of. I still think the play is focus on Sinema's progressive record and try to find something about Gallego that makes him different from other progressives, that may piss him off with progressive voters or whatever. Because the more you split the vote between Democrats, the more likely it is that Kari Lake can win. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.